The season is here, so you're taking a live look at the Headless Horseman Festival out at Conner Prairie. Good morning to you and happy Thursday. Glad that you are up with us here. Starting your Thursday morning, Anne-Marie Tiernan in for Julia Moffett this morning. I am Julia Brooks along with Matt Stamrich, who is in for Chuck.
That's right, and we're showing you those live pictures because that very popular Conner Prairie event and the Legend of Sleepy Hollow opens today.
Okay.
It's up along Allisonville Road in Fishers. It runs through October from Thursdays through Sundays. So if you'd like to go out for that, that's always kind of a fun family event.
Yes.
And there's different things depending on the age. So if you want the scary versus not scary version.
You spooked a little bit versus being scary, yes.
Yeah.
This morning we do have very October-like temperatures, but like by the evening we'll be back, Septembering it for a little bit.
Exactly. Cool start this morning, warm in the afternoon, but this is the kind of weather that accelerates fall foliage, the colors. You're probably going to notice some more changes this week.
Nice.
Things have kind of been on a pause for a while, it seems like. Most of the state has some low color. You've seen some color for the past couple of weeks, and we've struggled a little bit in early fall when we had the heat stress from the summer into the fall with the drought conditions. But tell you what, the rain from Helene is going to help the vibrancy of those colors. Will it be the best year we've ever had? Probably not. We also lost some leaves from Helene just falling out of the trees. But we are turning things a little bit around because of all the rainfall that we picked up. Speaking of color, we are starting to see more of a moderate color in northeastern Indiana. Grant County, Marion, you guys are going to be next. We're going to slowly be pushing these zones south. You're going to notice some more change over the next couple of days. It's a nice start out there this morning. It's a cool start. We've got some upper 40s, especially once you get outside of Indianapolis. We're in the 40s right now. By recess, lunchtime, great weather. Upper 60s. Beautiful, stunning. But then by the afternoon, we'll be in the mid 70s. Really nice headed home and really nice for those afternoon practices today. This is the kind of fall weather you want on repeat. And we've got it for repeat the next couple of days. When you look area wide, it's 52 in Indy, and you get outside the city, we are in the upper 40s. So chilly start, but you won't need the jacket later this afternoon when we do climb with all that sunshine headed your way. Now let's take a look at traffic this morning. No accidents to report. We are moving fine. You see a lot of green on the map, so we're good this morning. But just a couple places to watch. We are on the east side of the city this morning. This is 465. You're looking southbound there at Pendleton Pike. And you see that on-ramp there. Construction crews were actually removing some of those cones, pushing them off to the side to allow both lanes now to be open as folks are trying to hop on to 465. Then we'll take you south towards southern Johnson County. Good morning in Franklin. You're looking northbound along I-65. Traffic's moving just fine. We'll have another update in about 10 minutes.
Thank you, Matt. See you then. This morning, a daycare worker is now charged with battery and neglect of a 2-year-old boy.
Police say this abuse happened over the summer at a church in Zionsville. Our Sia New Yorker is here in studio with more on the investigation. Sia, what can you tell us?
Good morning, ladies. We talked with that boy's father about this. He wanted to remain anonymous, but says the family is worried about how all of this is being handled. Text messages between those daycare workers reveal a different story. Court documents say the daycare worker can be seen on camera picking the little boy up above her head, spinning him around, and then flipping him over her shoulders. She walked around the classroom. Seconds later, the video reportedly shows the woman flipping the boy back over her shoulder and onto the ground. However, the boy's father says the report filed doesn't accurately reflect what actually happened. The court documents show a text exchange involving the worker and a supervisor saying she thinks she broke the boy's foot from playing with him too hard. The documents also say the daycare worker called the toddler boy a, quote, crybaby, and that he was not really a nice kid.
The text messages really between the instructors really they weren't brought to our attention at any time, which doesn't match the report that we got, which is really concerning.
Now, we received an email from the church saying that worker is no longer working there at that daycare, but they would not comment further on the investigation. The boy's father tells us he is still recovering from that injury.
Yeah, very concerning.
Yes.
All right, Sia.
Thank you, ladies.
Well, this morning, a man is facing several charges in connection to attacking a woman while she was walking from a Bloomington gas station. It's according to court records that reveal the woman told police that a man grabbed her from behind and then forced her into a ditch. She says that he threatened her with the box cutter before raping her. Police later arrested that suspect, but while in custody, police say that he ended up getting out of a secured entryway at the Monroe County Jail with the handcuffs still on. They later caught him and arrested him and took him back to jail.
Right now, we're working to learn more about a deadly shooting on the near northeast side. Investigators found a man shot and killed along the road near 21st and Hillside. And this morning, police are hoping someone in the area saw something and will share what they saw. If you have information, please call IMPD or Crime Stoppers.
And that case is just one of several IMPD cases that they're trying to solve right now. We looked at where IMPD stands with cases that they are trying to clear. According to the latest statistics from IMPD, from January 1 to September 25th, 156 people have been killed in Indianapolis, the majority by gunfire. But only 50 of those cases were reported cleared. So IMPD says the department's clearance rate is on par with previous years. The 13 News looked at the same statistics in similar-sized cities, a city that seems to be faring much better than Indianapolis. According to our sister station WBNS in Columbus, Ohio, police have reported 89 homicides there, with 67 of those cases solved. IMPD does work with law enforcement agencies across the U.S. on new strategies that can help enhance their policing.
This morning, an Indiana father is starting a 16-year prison sentence for neglecting his 6-month-old son. Do want to warn you, the details of this case are difficult to process. It's been a little more than a year since Evansville police say they found the baby with more than 50 rodent bites all over his body. Our NBC affiliate in Evansville reports that these bites permanently disfigured that little boy. A judge in Vanderburgh County will soon sentence a woman who's also charged in the case. That's set for later this month. The baby's aunt took a plea deal and was sentenced to 2 years on probation. This morning, 2 Hamilton County parents are facing charges after 2 middle schoolers ended up in the hospital after taking meth. Westfield police say they found one of the students unconscious at Westfield Middle School just last week. The court documents state that the student told school administrators that she swallowed meth that she got from her boyfriend. The school then ID'd that boyfriend as another middle school student. He told administrators he gave his girlfriend a powder and crystals that he found on the floor of his dad's bedroom.
You may notice an increased police presence near local synagogues and temples today. They are there because of the Jewish holiday of Rosh Hashanah. IMPD says as part of their ongoing commitment to making sure there's safety and security for everyone in the community. It also follows Iran's attack on Israel. It's been a little more than 24 hours since Iran launched 180 missiles into the country. Israel is vowing to respond with violent force.
This morning, we are taking a closer look at the total cost of the City County Council's investigation into the Hogsett administration. That's because us, the taxpayers, we are footing the bill.
Well, members of the committee are looking into allegations of sexual harassment by former staff members of the administration. So the first step for this committee is hiring an outside law firm to conduct the investigation. And they want one without any ties to Indianapolis. So they've narrowed the list down to 3 choices. And none of them are cheap. One firm, Morgan Lewis, lists hourly rates as high as $1,200. So counselors are taking that into account and tell 13 News they haven't worked out an exact budget.
This is not something we would typically budget for at all. And of course, the severity of the claims and the very, the expertise that we want to contract with, it is going to be pricey. And so that's definitely unfortunate, and that's a concern that we have.
The selection of the law firm will happen within 1 week during a committee vote.
Well, this morning, Eli Lilly and Company is making a major investment in Boone County.
The company is creating a $4 billion medicine foundry in Lebanon's Leap Innovation District. That brings Lilly's total investment to the area to more than $13 billion. Now, this new project is expected to attract 400 jobs. Good paying jobs, engineers, scientists, lab techs. The facility will help that company focus on researching new ways of producing medicines and therapies.
As well. This site will enable those types of inventions that can allow us to make 2-3 times as much medicine from the same process with chemical innovation.
The state is paying for some road and water improvements there at that site. Governor Eric Holcomb says that worries about the water supply there are, quote, unfounded.
However, any new construction in Lebanon does depend on getting water. As we've reported, Citizens Energy has proposed a $700 million plan to boost the water supply there. But there is a group called the Citizens Action Coalition that's filing comments with the state against the plan. That group believes the proposal diverts public funds meant for clean drinking water to help companies build factories.
Well, people in southern Indiana in a community there are voicing their concerns on a proposed solar farm. This proposal would install solar panels on more than 2,000 acres of farmland in Jefferson County.
So neighbors who feel one way or another packed a zoning board meeting on Tuesday night. Some wore red, others wore green, stop or go, to show their support or opposition. Those against the farm say they're concerned about potential disruptions. Supporters, meantime, say this is an alternative to help their farms survive.
Without hesitation of any kind of equivocation, these panels will not materially endanger the health and safety of anybody in Jefferson County.
As a whole of the community, I don't see a benefit.
Well, California-based Orion Renewables says the solar farm would provide enough energy to fuel 41,000 homes. The zoning board was supposed to vote last night, but they pushed that vote back to next month to allow more people to speak out. Good morning, Matt.
Hey, good morning, Jillia. Great to be with you all. Great to be having a nice morning. We got temperatures in the 40s. It is a chilly start. Lots of sunshine today. No weather concerns today. Tomorrow, we've had to increase the rain chance just a little bit, especially north of Indianapolis, as the front tries to get into parts of northern Indiana. So we're going to talk more about the timing of some of those showers and if they'll impact any football games tomorrow evening.
All right, thank you, Matt. New developments this morning into the election interference case against former President Donald Trump.
We'll walk you through the new brief that was filed in court and let you know what it means next at 6:15.